Hello YouTube, this is Intuitive Retta. How are you today? I'm going to just do a reading today about if the illusion is working. And I've talked a lot about this month and the illusion of this month. And I'm seeing it, and I was praying that like people aren't going to fall for it. But people are falling for it. It's like this is a big production right now. This is like the Wizard of Oz on steroids. And even with the the president of Ukraine, I can't think of Zelensky, is that his name? He's on that big production in Congress. I swear it looked like the Wizard of Oz. And I don't think that's by mistake. I think that's by design. These people are ritualistic. These people are esoteric. They go by what they know. So they use the same tactics over and over again. And one of the biggest things in mind control is Alice in Wonderland. If you read a lot about, the MK Ultra and some of the victims and this and that, they talk about the use of Alice in Wonderland. Disney was a big part of it. But not to get off topic, I'm seeing people like falling for this illusion, and I'm worried because this is the month of the isolation and the illusion. Next month is about the practitioners are going to really be working magic and rituals next month. And they are going to be manifesting, and that's scary. And then the following month, which this is what, March, April, May, which is so, the month of May is so ritualistic, and that's a spiritual month. That's the month of the High Priestess. And also it's the month of May where it's bell time. And the maypole, and it's so the next 3 months you really got to watch what's going on. And I kind of missed my old YouTube channel, Intuitive Retta, which you can see I have over 400 videos. Is because that channel had more of a reach than this channel. I had to start over. YouTube, because of what I discuss and the readings I do, the algorithm is, kind of shadow banning me and this and that. My reach isn't as far and as wide. Because you'd be surprised who used to watch my other channel, because you can look in the analytics and it tells you who watches you. So I want to see, because I'm listening to podcasts on different things, and the people that are calling in are beating the war drums of like they are eating this whole Ukraine Russia thing. They are eating it up. They are willing. The people are calling, like the Americans that are calling in are ready to, go to war and this and that. And this isn't a game. What Klaus Schwab, and remember I said that he didn't, the plan, when I did his reading last month, the plan isn't together. He's waiting for 3 things to come together. And at the time, it was kind of falling apart. But is this plan now coming together? Because, and then I heard that, like, I don't know if it's Biden or what, that they're going to have a meeting overseas. Is it Biden that's going over there? And it's going to be like, I think it's like three major parties going over there to talk in regards to this Ukrainian stuff. And Ukraine wants America to make it a no-fly zone, which means that if we make their, over Ukraine a no-fly zone, then we're responsible. If somebody flies into that zone, we have to shoot them down. So are we willing to go to really nuclear war for Ukraine? Understand, I feel bad about the people. I'm on all sides, but I'm American first. Ukraine is a corrupt country that our politicians is using as somewhere where they wash their money and they get their money. And they're throwing, like I said, I told you guys we're going to be throwing money to Ukraine, just throwing it to them, and we're throwing billions of dollars to them. And is it actually going to the people? And they're doing this big production. Like, this man's in the middle of a war zone, and his internet is perfect, and he's able to have these, like, Zoom meetings and all this. I just find this illusion of what's going on. Don't feed into it all right? So I want to see if the people are really falling for what's going on. Because last time I checked, we weren't willing to go to war. But, you know, they were pulling on the heartstrings. So, is the American people falling, the majority of the American, are they falling for this illusion? What's the energy of the majority of the people in regards to Ukraine? Oh, someone wanted to know what this deck is. And I told you the company that makes it. I'm not going to go look up the deck of it because I can't stand the creator. And there's only a couple of creators that I support, like my girl Pamela Steele. A lot of them turned a little crazy. And I don't support them. I won't spend my money there. If you want the deck, if it's someone that I support, I'll tell you. This guy, I could care less. I just happen to have the deck. I will never, spend it. I have a few decks of his. Had I known the type of person he was, I would have never bought the deck. But, this was before. So, but I always support Pamela Steele. She's awesome. Let's see. Okay. So, our Solitude. Remember, this card, the same card came up this month. I mean, this time that it came up, it's the same exact card. It's the same cards are pulling up. So, Solitude. Are people, are they falling for the energy? People right now are still in solitude. They're seeing some things, but they're thinking a lot is hidden. So I'm kind of excited about that. Because it means that the people aren't falling for this dog and pony show that all the news media, most of the podcasts, most of the news worldwide is talking about. So it looks like, no. America looks like they still want to be America. You know what I'm saying? They're watching Ukraine, but they still want them to be on their own. And, they're also looking at, like, this is, like, we're watching it. We want justice for them. But also, we know, we can't kind of tip the scales, So, with the law of justice is supposed to be equal. And if we get involved in more, like, the airplane and stuff, therefore, I was really, really worried. Because I'm telling you, I'm listening to the podcast, and I don't know if these people that are coming on the podcast are just crazy or what. But there were people coming on ready, beating the war drums, crying and this and that, and basically saying, we gotta, do this, we gotta do that. So, alright. Is the propaganda working? Is the propaganda working on the American people? It's got people's emotions. It's got people ready. It's revving people up. Some people, it's got people's emotions up and down. So people are in balance. People are very aggressive. There's some people that are ready to run and go for it. And, there's the energy of the temperance is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The imbalance that's going on with imbalance. So the people are the ones that were for it are for it. The ones aren't. There's some people that are firmly on land, firmly rational, and some people that are firmly emotional. So we can't make this decision, emotionally. We have to think logically, and also that it was a show. It was two groups coming together for this show. And this card keeps coming out for me. And I keep saying, every time I see this card and I feel this card, even though it means a card of balance, which you don't see it in balance. You don't see the balance. I'm also seeing like a show. Like this was a show. So the show was a balance. But I also kind of feel like someone else is putting it on. And things are changing fast. So things are changing fast. And there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of regret. So is it working? I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. I did see a poll that the more money you have is like the people that were making 30,000 or less or 40,000 and less wasn't really ready to go to war or even lend aid, this and that. And then the more money people made, the more that they were wanting to go to war. I'm seeing things are changing fast. I don't know if is this regret is this for us? I think, I think that we'll continue. I think that they're going to continue to throw money at them, but they're going to continue to throw money at them. That they used up all their emotional reserves. I feel like this administration, and they have filled up they have used all their emotional reserves. And they're going to give money towards it, but they're walking away. So I don't think, thank God, I don't think it's working. Are we going to go to war over Ukraine? Let me look. I wish I was live so we could talk live. I hurt my foot really bad, so I'm having a hard time walking. So, you ever have your foot fall asleep and you won't realize it and you try to stand up? Yeah, that happened to me, and it wasn't pretty. What was I looking at? What was I talking about? Are we going to go to war over Ukraine? Oh my God, I'm hoping not. There's a chance that we can go to war. I know last time I didn't see it, but now I'm kind of seeing it. There's a chance. There are people, mind you, I told you that Zelensky is very insulated. Klaus Schwab is very insulated. He has this loyalist, right? To go out and do what he has to do. I'm thinking if they are playing the tune to get people's emotions, they are playing the tune. They are keeping things imbalanced, not balanced at all. They're playing the tune to keep people aggressive, and ready to go. Like, ready to go. And I'm worried because this is a card of going. This is a card of going, especially if you look at another deck. It's usually a card of going overseas. So I'm hoping that even though they have the people's emotions and people wanting to act, and there's some thought, but really not any really thought at it. They just working on emotions. I'm hoping that this is just showing we're sending goods to them. Not people. I'm seeing war. And, it's going back to a time that it was. Remember, there was a Cold War. Are we going back to a time like the Cold War? Yes. And these three things, remember I kept seeing on Klaus Schwab, also on Zelensky's thing about 3 people or 3 countries coming together to work together, you know, and balancing it, I'm not seeing that. So I'm not seeing things coming together the way they are. So it kind of looks like the people are watching. So does the government want to go to war? Yes. Our government wants to go to war. It's all, like I said, it's them being greedy. They want dominion. They want to have that stake in Ukraine. They want that land. They are greedy. It's of them getting more and more and more. They want dominion over thing. What does the American people want to go to war? We're on the people, like I said before, we're watching. Like the people are watching. And they know, like I said before, the scales of justice, you know, it can go either way. This is the same thing I'm feeling, like the scales of justice. It can go either way. So does the people want to go and see this person has the scales? It's the same card. So I think that we are willing to speak. I think the people are willing to speak out against Russia and what they're doing. I think us as a people in this country are willing to speak and use our voice as a weapon, but we realize we're on a fine line. And if we move these and if we do certain things, we can completely fall off, you know. And if we fall off one way, we have a cushion. If we fall off the other way, things are going to be rough. So I don't think the American people and the government are really on the same page. And I think we can notice that. I don't think the American people and I don't think the government are on the same page. What I'm scared about is that the government is putting on a show to push the emotions and the passion and the anger of the people. So in the next 3 months, this month, which is the Hermit and the Moon, next month, which is the Magician and the Rituals, the following month is the Spirits, the High Priestess month. These are 3 months. They are going to be bombarding you. Remember, I told you guys, everything this month is an illusion. Be careful of the illusions. They're going to mess with your emotions with your illusions. So I heard on Congress, he saw video of probably babies dying and people dying and horrible things. I also seen videos with, it looked like 200 people on the ground dead in body bags, but the people were moving. In the body bags, they were moving in the body bags. So you don't know what you're seeing. And I know people are dying, and I know people are injured, and I know that, and I feel bad for that. But we cannot, we have our own country, our own border right now is down there, it's going crazy. And Mexico, the cartels is out there shooting stuff up down there. Our agents are in even more danger. We got Ukrainians in our border down there. Nobody's paying attention to our borders, but we're worried about Ukraine's borders. What about these bioweapons that are going on? What's going on with these bioweapons in Ukraine? So, there's a rush to get these bioweapons, right? There's a rush to get them. And there's a fight to get them. So, it's the gluttonous people, which I would say like our government, because we're showing up as this fat gluttonous person in here, and then there's a fight for them. And that's what's going to change everything. The fight for these weapons is what's going to change everything. Who's going to get there first? Who's going to get a hold of these 30? How many did they say it was like 40 labs? That's what's going to change everything. And remember, we have an election coming up this year and in 2024. So it'll be a perfect time. You know, they used COVID last time, the election, to get something else. They already got us trained to They already got us trained like monkeys for the last 2 years, going on 3 years. So I'm worried because we're watching. The people know that it's a fine line, but they are messing with our they are going after our fight or flight. They are they are putting on a show, and they're going after our passion, our emotions. They're trying to make us go without thinking. And right now we're kind of thinking. Like, we're thinking, a lot of us are thinking logical about this, but they're trying to push us past our thought process into just, doing. Oh, I wish I had people here to ask me some questions. Because I see that Zelensky, he had a speech for every country and a whole show for every country. Like in Germany, he was talking about the Berlin Wall. Up here, he was talking about, MLK, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. He was pulling on people's Zelensky. He's an actor. I heard Netflix put his movie or his series back on Netflix. I already said that the people of Ukraine are completely different than what Zelensky's putting out. What are they doing with all this money? What's going on with all this money that we're sending them? Or what are they going to do with all this money? I think they're, yeah, they may use some of it, to fight and to whatever, but it's not going to go to the people. I think that only a few people are going to get that money. I think there's a lot of pain and suffering in regards to getting that money. I think the decisions on how to get this money is like, I think it comes from, remember I told you, he's the lovers and the devil. I think who is Zelensky tied to? Who is his puppet master? Remember I told you he could be blackmailed. Is those on the top of our government, are they making good money off of this? Yes, look at that. This is money making. This is big money. And it's really sad to show, but this is like, these rich people don't think like us. These politicians don't give a crap. It's all about them making money. And you got to remember, these months coming up is very ritualistic months. Sacrifices, this and that. People who died. It's energy. And that's sad to say, but these people, if you go through all human history, from the beginning of time, and you look in the cave things, they always had the Mayans, and they always had sacrifices and all this stuff. And what is war? War is mass sacrifices at the same time. They even have symbolism on our U.S. Army, our U.S. Army people, their country, any person, any soldier, they wear these symbols on them when they do die. A lot of the symbols have stars in them, which is very earth-based. Which is stars of, I'm a star, I'm a Virgo. Very pentacles. So, these next 3 months are very ritualistic. Look for this month, illusions, all on TV. And you see, Fauci's back talking about we might have to, get back on this COVID isolations and this stuff again. Next month, you're going to see big mass rituals. We're going to see big mass rituals. Who's going to be out there? doing the rituals. Next month, rituals too. And I'm worried about these deaths are being used as sacrifices. Energies. And those energies and those souls being stuck here. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. We are on a tightrope right now. They're going to keep pushing us. They're going to keep poking us and trying to get us. Our government wants to go to war. They don't care that Russia's a nuclear power, that, they may destroy everything. They don't care. Oh, they're making big money. And we're watching. And so far, we're still holding on to our logical thoughts. But they're going to keep pushing us for an emotional and passionate reaction. And that's when we lose it. America, we're walking a tightrope right now. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.